Visitors to this year's fair had a chance to take home local meats, produce, pumpkins, and flowers from an on-site farmers market on the weekends. Farmers markets were also on the agenda when the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture visited to announce more than $1 million in grants for Virginia's local food movement.
We've seen a dramatic increase in the number of farmers markets in the last 5 years. In fact, a 76% increase. There are now over 8,200 farmers markets throughout the United States. Today, we're announcing additional resources for farmers markets, the ability to take money to promote, to expand marketing opportunities for farmers markets.
The Secretary was making his first visit to the State Fair of Virginia and praised folks on how they told agriculture's story. The federal grants he announced were part of a $52 million national package to promote all manner of local food initiatives, including efforts to make it easier for commercial vendors to buy local.
We're going to see about $1.1 million coming into Virginia, Governor, to fund 18 separate projects, local food production and promotion, farmers markets promotion. The local food marketing promotion program is really designed to create food hubs. We talked to the First Lady about this earlier today, about the need to aggregate this locally produced food so it can be sold to institutional purchasers.
Vilsack also announced funding for organic foods research and production nationwide, along with efforts to support urban agriculture programs and even startup funds for a few individual local food producers. But once you have local foods, how do you cook them to make delicious meals? Leave that up to Chef Jeff Henderson, who brought his Flip My Food truck and a television production crew to the fair to highlight Virginia dishes. Flip My Food is a nationally syndicated cooking show. Henderson invited former Miss State Fair Virginia and the current Miss Virginia Courtney Garrett into his food truck kitchen, along with Blue Ribbon Award winner Suziette Jackson and Emma Helm, a 4-H volunteer and former 4-H student. Henderson says there's no doubt that locally sourced foods are popular with the public and chefs across the nation.
I think today a lot of the food trends now are people are going back to the farms, and it is a movement across the country. And I think the more folks, chefs that build relationships with the farmers are able to produce the product that home cooks and restaurant chefs need.
Henderson says even before he was a television chef, he reached out to meet local farmers and that today's cooking experts value those relationships with their suppliers.
Go talk to the farmer. You know, there's a saying down in Louisiana, know your farmer, know your food. So get out in the car, go through the countryside, and when you see open spaces of land and you see corn being grown, you see the pecan trees and whatnot, pull over, build those relationships.
Chef Jeff's recipes included minestrone, Brunswick stew, and pickled products in a seafood dish. Each featured lower fat ingredients that made the meals healthier while keeping traditional tastes. Whether visitors were buying it, politicians were supporting it, or chefs were cooking it, local foods were on display along with all of the other great Virginia foods at this year's State Fair of Virginia. In Caroline County, Virginia, I'm Norm Hyde.